So guys, I'm going to quickly document this. So this was a clutch. Yeah, you can see it's a train wreck, unfortunately. However, we have sort of 3 eggs which look like potentially are going to be okay. The 3rd egg is attached to this egg at the bottom, and it's got this hard callus on. And I've just the head was pointing. Sorry, the head of the snake was sticking out. So I thought, do you know what? Let's just have. I just wanted to have a closer look because this is quite hard, and you can see there's got this sort of hard underneath the egg shell, got this hard callus thing which is attached to the yolk. Now, I'm not sure what's going on. I'm sort of concerned for the snake. Obviously, we want it to survive, but you're sort of damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know, you can see the yolk sac or something is attached to the top of that. In this situation, whatever I do, you know, if I leave it alone and it dies, I'll be devastated. If I get involved and I try and save the snake, I'll be devastated. So, you know, if it doesn't make it, because you think to yourself, well, if I'd have left it alone, would it have made it? But then you think, if it died, if I'd have intervened, would I have saved it? So it's really, at this point, stuff like this, it's a 50-50. You have to make your own decision based upon what you think's best. Now, sometimes less is more, so not getting involved and leaving it is probably sometimes the best way to be. However, I do have a clutch which has just hatched and the babies have left the egg. Now, what I could do, I could try and transfer all of that into a better eggshell. Again, it's 50-50 whether it survives, whether you intervening will help the snake or hinder the snake. But yeah, we cut the eggs because obviously we want to see what's inside. But also in a clutch like this, I want to make sure the babies are okay. So I've got to intervene. So I think I'm going to swap this baby out into a better eggshell for a better chance of survival. So stay tuned, let's see what happens. So just on further inspection, I've just decided to pull out that, and that's all rock hard. So there's no way this snake can absorb this yolk. However, I'm not going to cut it just yet because you can see it's close to the umbilical. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move the baby and the yolk sac into a bigger egg and monitor it that way. I'm going to do my best and give it its best chance of survival, but you can see, look at that, that's a solid mass. It's no way it's going to absorb all that. So we're going to do our best and see what happens. So just a real quick update. So as you can see, we've managed to remove the baby from this egg, which is attached to this. This is definitely no good. And I've managed to use a fresh egg shell from one that's literally just come out. So the baby's got a bit more room now to grow and move. It's, you know, it's very small. It looks okay. It obviously hasn't absorbed the yolk. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give it 24 hours, check back in 24 hours and see how it's doing. It is a 50-50 at this point. Babies like this that don't absorb the yolk tend to do, you know, they tend to do well. But you know, my job is to make sure that we give every snake a fighting chance, especially in situations like this. And yeah, tongue's flicking, looks very alert. As you can see, it's coming out a little bit. So I'm very happy I cut this clutch to see what I've found, because now we can stand a chance of trying to help this baby. Looking at the mass, how big it was, I'm confident now that it would have caused problems. So now I know the mass is there. Now I can keep an eye on it. Hello, sweetheart. So we can certainly definitely keep an eye on it and do our best to make sure that this baby, this hatchling, has a 100% chance at survival. And by having it in this eggshell, you can see it's very curious. We can put the top down and hopefully keep it in its eggshell so it doesn't come out premature. But we'll certainly check on it in the next 8 hours to 24 hours and just keep an eye on it. Okay, here's an update of that clutch. So it's been about a week since we interacted and saved this little one, and also I had to do the same with this one, and this one I just left to come out naturally. Now that one and that one I put into other eggshells that I had from another clutch, and I'll save these on purpose. So this was what was attached to that little one there, the yolk, it's rock hard. And then this one, where is it? Yeah, this one was from the leopard clown, which is just there, which I believe is a super leopard clown. But anyway, again, I had to do the same. I took him out of his original egg along with a hard yolk and put it in there to go through the process. And then this one I left, the non-visual clown, I left, as you can see, again, another hard mass. I don't know what's caused it. It's obviously not the incubator, because I've got clutches hatching all okay. But certainly there was a problem with that clutch. That animal there, I believe, is a blackhead cypress, and it's the smallest one I've ever hatched, or one of them at least, over the years. Just pick him up, or her up. I'm not sure if it's a boy or a girl. Look how small that little thing is. Absolutely cute. Doing everything it should. Hello, little boy or girl. I believe he's a cypress blackhead clown. We're going to do our best to make sure it becomes healthy and strives and lives, because that's what we do as breeders. We do our best to make the animals survive. So the other two are going into shed. This one may not go in and have its first shed, so I may have to set it up and attempt feeding it. It's probably about 20 grams himself, so, or herself, so we will certainly offer small prey. But these two are going in shed. Once these two shed out, we'll get them set up. But as you can see, moving, tongue flicking, doing perfectly well. I'm going to get rid of this stuff now, but I just wanted to show you guys that obviously cutting this clutch and intervening was definitely the way forward. You can't always save them, don't get me wrong, but if we can, we will. And we do. Simple. And we've potentially saved 3 babies from not making it, drowning in the egg. So there are times and times and places when we must cut eggs to make sure they survive. But there we have it, guys. I'll keep you posted. So here's another update on this clutch that's been having those issues. The super leopard clown, that one, and this one, which I think is either a normal or a cypress blackhead, has shed out. This little fella, which I believe is a cypress blackhead clown, is still going strong. It's crazy. and I've just helped him shed out. But also I noticed when I was helping him that he had a bit of what's called hard belly, and that's this. A bit of a lump inside their digestive tract, which is, I believe it's something to do with the umbilical cord when they absorb it. Now, obviously, the yolk was rock hard, so I'm not surprised he's got a bit of what's called hard belly. So what I was able to do was manipulate this down towards the cloaca and get it out. It is quite hard, so that's something again we've had to deal with this what's called hard belly on this clutch. I don't think the other two have got it. Just have a quick feel. No, so the other two haven't got hard belly, so that's a good thing. So we've just dealt with that little one. I'm going to get these set up today in their own enclosures, so then they can get some food in them and we can see how they get on feeding.